Hello and welcome back to this week's episode of Interest Podcast, where I talk about nonsense in the comfort of my childhood bedroom. Welcome to this week's episode. I just woke up from a nap, so I'm giving puffy. If you're watching the video version, I'm giving a little puffy around the eyes and the face a little bit. Mind your business. 2, guys, I'm going no glasses this week. Just trying to see how I feel about that tomorrow when I wake up and post this, because I feel like I look really great without glasses. But then there's the whole thing about I can't see. So usually the glasses just have to be on. And it's not even that I can't see for real. It's that I don't know, it's my eyes be hurting, like I have a light sensitivity or something, ooh, wow. Anyways, that's besides the point. Also, I've restarted this episode actually 6 times at this point, and I just can't keep doing it. So if you hear my mother in the background screaming at my dog, screaming at the TV, just talking, because her natural voice, it carries a bit. It does. Doors closed. It's still loud. I can't restart this episode over again, though. I really can't. I just can't do it. And it's been 15 minutes. It's been 15, 20 minutes. And you guys are just going to have to work with me on that, because this is exactly what I'm talking about. Y'all are going to have to get me up out of this house, okay? Y'all are going to have to get me up out of this house. Y'all are going to have to subscribe. You're going to have to you're going to have to leave a comment on the YouTube channel, okay? Y'all are going to have to go on that TikTok page. You're going to have to follow it. You're going to have to leave comments there. You're going to have to like the stuff. You're going to have to engage with it, because she is still over there yelling. We need to get me out of the house. This is what I'm talking about. Y'all are going to have to save me. Save me. I'm begging you. I'm on my knees in prayer. Please help me. Help me help you, please. Anyways, again, if you hear her, I'm hoping maybe it's not that bad because I'm closer to the mic. But like I said, her voice, it is just, wow, it's loud. And you know what? I would go ask, hey, girly, do you mind keeping it down a little bit? But then there's the whole thing about, she called me at 11 o'clock and she wasn't home yet. And I very well could have already recorded this episode, but I was sleepy from the day. I was so sleepy, because what happened was I was supposed to get somebody new at work today, right? I was supposed to get somebody new. And I went to work early, and then just to find out that they were not taking the position, and it's still, I'm the only employee. And I was like, dang, that is crazy as hell. But anyways, and I had a long day, sort of, kinda. And then I went to Olive Garden with my sister when I got home, because I was like, girl, I'm hungry and I don't know what we're eating. So we just went there. And so then I had gone to Olive Garden. Honestly, the server was cute. He was cute. And this is the problem, actually. Let me say this before I say this other thing. In my town, I live in a little southern town or whatever, and I get so annoyed with the situation, because when I leave my house, I want to see fine, attractive women, okay? And then I leave my house and I only see men that are semi-attractive or attractive, and it's very upsetting to me, because I'm like, I want a woman. I want a girlfriend at this time. I don't want a man, and if I did, I don't know if I would want one of these. They're fun to look at, but not really feeling it. Anywho, that's something that's been under my skin lately, but also, moreover, I'm going to have to snatch some of y'all up, and I'm going to have to use a clickbaity ass title for this episode, because something I noticed, whenever I just title the episode, I don't get no views at all. If I still promote the episode the same way on TikTok, on Instagram, all these things, I don't get the same listeners, okay? But the first time I recorded this podcast and put the first video version of it up on YouTube, immediately I got 300 views or 400 views or something, I don't know. And it was because I was talking about being an alcoholic, which I'm not, but it was a clickbait to get people to click, and they clicked. And now I'm gonna have to do it again. I don't know what I'm gonna clickbait today. I don't know, maybe I'm actually an addict, but for Baja Blast. See? And so now I put that in there so I can go ahead and be done with it. But yeah, anyways, I took that nap and it was really great. And I actually didn't know what I was talking about this week on the episode, but I'm here and I'm refreshed. I have better energy than I did before. I knew if I had started recording after I got home that this was not going to work, so I didn't. Anywho, but I came up with a list of like stuff to talk about like last minute before my nap, and I'm ready to lock in, and there's a lot of stuff here, so hopefully we'll hit the hour mark today. If not, then it'll just be 45 to 50 minutes, but I don't think I'm going to be talking that fast, so it's fine. First thing also, it's not a hater episode, but like it is. And if you've never seen me before, hi, I'm Tori. Sorry, my notifications are on. They're off now. Hi, I'm Tori. I'm a 22-year-old girl. I just be on here yapping. I talk about my life and other things. And one thing that is very near and dear to me is that I think it's okay to be a hater sometimes. Like, I feel like a lot of times hating comes from a good place. You know, it comes from a place of sometimes, depending on what the hating is. There are some people in my life that like I have hater vibes towards, but I would actually never ever speak that. Or if I would, it would only be to like one friend, and nobody would ever know that I'm a hater towards that person or towards those people. Because when I'm a hater towards people that I know, it's because we have like opposing beef. I never go into my life like just. And this is actually something I wanted to address because I said this last episode and I feel like it came off the wrong way and it didn't actually come off the way I wanted it to. I'm not a girl who holds grudges typically. I don't think that like personally, like I don't typically think about people or business that doesn't mind me. But at the same time, if you do me wrong and like you really did me wrong, I'm holding a grudge. I wish that I could be a better person, and I wish that I could be the bigger person. And again, I never like, oh, like I want like wish something bad on that person. It's just, girl, just know we have beef. And if it ever came down to it and we like, it's time, like I saw you in the streets, not only am I ignoring you, but if you say something and piss me off, I might just punch you in the face. But it's just that. It's not even like I have like a real like grudge and like, oh, I want everything bad to happen to that person, because that's not really me. But I do be holding, like once you say, like if somebody does something to me, like I'm going to remember, and I'm going to remember for life until it's corrected, or just for life. And, you know, I ask God sometimes to just soften my heart, you know, and to help me forgive the people who have wronged me. But some people have just wronged me a little too bad. And honestly, the two girls on my list, like off the top of my head, are the two girls who did a little too much, outed me, or assumed my sexuality. And honestly, both of them can get the guillotine for all I know. You know what I'm saying? They can get the guillotine. You know what I'm saying? But anyways, this episode is going to be kind of haterish. It's not even really haterish. It's more so me explaining why I hate things. So I think this is going to be really great, guys. But first order of business was for me to talk about Olive Garden and the cute server. And he was cute. Shout out to him. He deserves good things. Hope he has a girl at home. You know, he was so nice. He had like great energy. I gave him like a $9 tip. So, you know, like he was very attentive, and I hope that he experiences good things in life. Anywho, first order of business off the table. Oh yeah, I went to Chick-fil-A today. And here's the thing. When I was younger, I didn't even like Chick-fil-A. Like, I really didn't. I was like, Chick-fil-A is not all that. I didn't like the way that it tasted. I guess it was like that peanut oil, or I don't know, but I didn't like Chick-fil-A. And so then whenever my family would eat Chick-fil-A for dinner, they always had to give me a separate thing. And then one day I tried it. I tried a chicken sandwich, and I was like, oh my gosh, not as bussin'. And then I started liking Chick-fil-A. And then, you know, the pandemic happened, and not that that fast food didn't not taste good pre-pandemic, because Wendy's had already fallen off for me by then. But Chick-fil-A, just like, and really most fast food for me, just doesn't taste good anymore. Like the food it gives, like it like during the pandemic, I worked at this chicken salad restaurant, and we would make the chicken salad. And so I would be back there making chicken salad, throwing like raw chicken around, you know, and putting it in this steamer. And like the smell of raw chicken sometimes brings back memories of that time. And honestly, like cooking like 150 to like 200 pounds of raw chicken a day, like you get tired of looking at chicken. It makes you look at chicken differently. And anywho, but sometimes the product would not be good. Like the quality of it wasn't great, and you could like tell by like the way that it smelled, or like the way that it would look sometimes. And ever since the pandemic, I know that we had that supply chain issue, whatever the fuck that means. I don't really know. Which is really just like how stuff gets to you. I know what a supply chain is, but like I just don't understand how that is how quality. Anyways, besides the point. And apparently at that time, the food quality was just not that great in some places, or to have really great quality stuff, you had to pay more money for it, and it's still that way. I think chicken was like really expensive at the time. Anyways, but like I went to Chick-fil-A today, and like it just wasn't very good. Like I just missed like when I used to go to fast food places and just be so excited to eat. I love Chipotle, but Chipotle has not been tasting good lately. Like everywhere I go, it's just inconsistent as fuck. Like the rice doesn't taste like cilantro lime rice. Like the rice is overcooked. The rice is undercooked. The steak isn't seasoned. Like the beans taste funny. Like I don't know what's going on, but the fast food people are going to have to get it together, cuz this food is not tasting good. Like, and Wendy's, me and you have personal beef, because I used to go to Wendy's every single Friday. My dad would take us, and it was super cheap, and we would just go to Wendy's, and there was yellow Wendy's, right? And if you're never mind. There was yellow Wendy's when I was younger, and that was like the old school version, and the fries were like, they had like kind of like a soggy-ish look, but they were still delicious. The nuggets were good. The burgers were top tier. They had purple onion on them. Then those hookers went and they changed up their fries, and they got like these salt cut fries or something, or like, no, they were the sea salt fries, right? Natural cut or something. And they tasted really great. And I was like, Wendy's is just leveling up, and they had the new commercials on with the girl with the red hair, and they were eating down. And then those hookers went and got rid of that. And then the thing about is like, their number one sandwich, the Dave's Single, it had purple onion on it, and they took the purple onion off, and then the burger stopped tasting as good because the purple onion was really connecting the flavors. Follow me. And then they got rid of the purple onion, and then that's when they started their 4 for $4 in biggie bags, and then like the quality of food was just in the shitter. And then they started using these cheap ass buns, and I just stopped getting the sandwiches, and I would just get biggie bags or 4 for $4s. And then those hookers went and changed their fries, and then the food and they changed their barbecue sauce. Those hookers did, yeah. And I don't know, the shit just tastes fucking disgusting now. And I'm just like, I hate that, because I love fast food, and I can't go to not Wendy's. I can't go to McDonald's because I stand on big business, and I don't support the ethnic cleansing and genocide that's going on in Palestine right now. So yeah, like a lot of y'all are losing me, and a lot of y'all are gonna have to tighten up. Y'all are gonna have to buck up and tighten up. And also, I don't go to Starbucks, but I never really went to Starbucks. Like if I ever went to Starbucks, it was like to get a hot chocolate, and you can literally make hot chocolate at home. So I don't frequent any of those places because I stand on big business. But Wendy's and Chick-fil-A are about to lose the fuck out of me, and also Zaxby's about to lose the fuck out of me too, because Zaxby's chicken don't even taste good anymore. Like Zaxby's used to be okay. Well, you were gonna pay extra for some chicken or something, but it was going to be delicious. And Zaxby's be fucking up. And them boneless wings, I love boneless wings. The boneless wings taste fake. Like the chicken in them wings, I don't know what we need to do, but we just need to do better, and we need to be better, because I can't keep living like this. Anywho, my mama is back to talking. Get me out of here. Guys, go follow me on TikTok. Please, I'm begging you. Go follow me on TikTok. Instagram, everything is in the link below. Anyways, next thing I hate, and the reason why are we making women's clothes like that? Like really, why are women's clothes made like that? My dad and my mom went to LSU. Actually, hold on, not LSU. They went to Louisiana. Hold on while I grab the evidence. Okay. My parents went to Louisiana last weekend, and I told my dad to get me a shirt, because whenever my mom likes to go to Louisiana and likes to go visit there, and like we only visit for like a day or two or whatever, and we eat good and then we go home. But whenever I go, I always get like an LSU shirt. Like it's like a thing my mom started doing. Like when she would go to Louisiana with her like brothers and sisters, she would bring me back an LSU shirt every time she went. And so like now every time I go or somebody goes, I'm like, can you please give me like a Louisiana shirt or like an LSU shirt, please, thank you. And so they do. And my dad, he got me a shirt and I was so excited. And then he showed me the shirt. And obviously I did not show my disgust. I did not show my disdain for the shirt. But this is the shirt. This is it. And you probably can tell. I don't know if you can. If you're watching the video version, you're getting exclusive content. This is the shirt, right? And so there's a couple problems with it. So first of all, it's thin as hell. Let's start there. And I get it. Clothes are supposed to be, thin and airy sometimes, but like, this isn't, I can actually see through this shirt. You probably can't tell that I can see through this shirt, but I can see through this shirt. I can actually see every single thing of this shirt. And, you can say that's just a fast fashion thing, whatever. I'll let y'all have that. And then there's the V-neck part. And I just want to know why women's clothes always have to be cheaply made with deep V-necks everywhere. I don't want my titties out all the time. And I don't know why that's a difficult concept for shirt makers to grasp, okay? Don't nobody want that deep V-neck. And that actually raises another point that these sports teams and these sports teams and like fanatics and stuff do. Why do women's clothes on the internet, I understand they're supposed to be made for women, but why do they always look like that? Like, why does a basketball jersey have a deep V-neck? I don't want to wear that. I want to wear the jersey that the players are wearing. And then that turns into, now I have to buy men's clothes, and men's clothes are more expensive than women's clothes because they're actually making more quality material for men. Yeah, let's get into that real quick. Why are men's clothes why are they thicker? Like, why is that feeling like better material? Why is sexism in the clothes? Why is the gender inequality in the clothes? Why is that? I don't want no thin V-neck shirt for a woman, bro. What the hell is this? And then when I put it on, the V is gonna be right there. I don't want my chest out. It's when do you have any clue what it's like to be a woman already? And the shirt is thin, okay? Already you might be a little chilly. Now you gotta wear like a little jacket. Moreover, not only are you a little chilly because the shirt is thin as hell, not only that, literally look, you can see me through the shirt. If you're watching the video version, you can see me through the shirt. You can see me. And the problem here is now when a breeze comes through, right? When a breeze comes through, not only am I not protected from the shirt, not only am I not protected, no, but now my chest is not protected either because of this deep ass V-neck. And I just want to know why. I want to know why women's clothes are made like that. The stuff is see-through, as you just saw. This is a women's crew neck I bought. I wanted to just wear the crew neck, but you know why I couldn't do that? You wanna know why I couldn't do that? Because you could literally see through the shirt. I want to know why we can't get quality white things that aren't see-through. I would like to know that. And that goes for more than just women's shirts. Why are the white clothes? Why can you see through them? Clothes are supposed to be opaque, okay? We learned that in school. You can't see through that. I want to know why when I put this sweatshirt on, I could literally see my bra and I was like, no, I have to wear a shirt underneath this. Not only that, but even when I put the shirt on, you could still see the shirt underneath the shirt. What are we doing? Women's clothes need to be made better. First of all, everything is thin. It's a deep V-neck everywhere. It's see-through. What the hell are we doing? And also, moreover, why is everything cropped? I get that that's the trend, but I'm not paying $50 for half a shirt. I'm not doing that. I'm not a crop girly. I don't want my stomach out. We just went through the whole breeze thing. I don't like when a breeze comes and I can feel it on my stomach. That's not the point. The point of the clothes is to protect me from the breeze. Okay? I'm not supposed to be cold. I'm not supposed to be feeling that on my stomach. And I think that there should be multiple options. Maybe have an option for the girls who do want to do that, who do want to have like the little like, what do they call it? I forgot. Whatever that is, where the shirt is basically, it's not even a real shirt at that point. I want that option. And then I also want a regular option. And I want an option without the V-neck. Why do women always have to show their skin? Like, why do women always have to have their skin out? These clothes are made for the male gaze, and I don't like that. I don't like that. I don't want to put that on. Now I'm over here buying men's stuff, and men's stuff is nice. Like, I'm not going to lie. I have a couple of men's like shirts and stuff, and I'm like, these are like, they feel good. They're quality made. Like, they're like, I have this one shirt, and like when they literally make like men's shirt, like, oh, they have heavy shirts. They have light shirts, like medium weight, moisture wicking. Where are the women's clothes for that aren't sports clothes? And even the sports stuff a lot of times is like that like where it's half a shirt, and then also not only is it half a shirt, but it's that deep V-neck. If I'm going to work out and play basketball, I don't want a V-neck shirt on. I just want a shirt. Like, I don't understand. I don't know why we're doing that. Anywho, that's enough of that, because that pissed me off. Anyways, guys, I'm trying to be organized, and then they hate me. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. I wanted to cross it off. Okay, I got it. Next order of business, we have to shift gears into something a little bit more serious. I don't have the full story on that. So like, you're going to have to like, if you want to know more about it, go read an article, and that'll be good for anybody who doesn't read, or watch the news. But, the Super Bowl was this past week, and, it looked like a lot of mumbo jumbo BS to me. Like, I don't really know how the Chiefs, see, and this is what I'm talking about. Stuff be looking real rigged, because the Chiefs didn't even look like they weren't even playing that good. Like, they weren't even playing that good. And then all of a sudden at the end, they just got the easiest 2 touchdowns in the world. And I was like, this is actually pitiful. And maybe that just says more about the talent in the NFL. I don't know. But it looked sloppy as fuck. That's first of all. And I mean, a win is a win. Like, when my team, the Golden State Warriors, when they be playing, I'd be like, girl, as long as we win, I don't care if it's ugly. Like, I would like for it to be a nice win that looks good. Like, oh, they played a really great brand of basketball today. But sometimes you can't have it all. But yeah. Anywho, the Chiefs played, and then they won, and then we had to see that white woman on the screen. And for me, they had not ceremony. They had the like championship parade in Kansas City, which is actually not completely in Kansas. It's in Missouri. And I think they said there's like a little bit of it that goes into Kansas besides the point. Anyways, there was a shooting at the parade. And I've said this before, and I've said it on other platforms and stuff, but we obviously have a gun control issue. I understand like the right to bear arms, like whatever, but I think, and this was always a problem anyways, like when school shootings first started happening, and really like, I think shootings in general, but a couple of years ago when like the shootings on like college campuses and like at stores are like started becoming more and more frequent, I just think that we like I said, we obviously have a gun control issue, and I will actually never argue with anybody about that. Like, you can say that you have the right to have a gun, and like, okay, whatever, but you can't deny that not everybody should have a gun, and that there needs to be more strict like laws enforcing who can have a gun and who can't. And I get it. Like, yeah, you have the right to like, like I said, you have the right to bear arms and do what you want or whatever. But at the same time, I think that some people need to be able to put their love of guns aside for the fact that, and like think about the fact that like, you shouldn't be scared to go to the grocery store. Like, kids shouldn't be nervous to go to school in the morning, and parents shouldn't worry that this might be the last time they see their kid, sending them off to school. Like, school is a place for learning and education or whatever. And yeah, bad stuff can happen in school with or without guns. But the fact that like school shootings are becoming or not even becoming, are such like a prominent thing that happens. Like, you hear like about shootings almost every single day on the news. And it's really disturbing that more people don't care about this or think that like that their rights are being infringed upon because they're not allowed to have a gun in their holster anymore. But it makes me feel super uneasy when I'm out in public and I see somebody with a gun in the holster and it's not a police officer. And honestly, even police. But I digress. That makes me feel really uncomfortable because what do you need a gun for? Like, and I don't like that. Like, I understand needing to like defend yourself, but I just don't understand what the point of that is. And like I said, we have a gun control issue, and obviously there's a lot of funny, weird stuff going on in like Congress with like, I think they're called PACs. I don't know, but or lobbyists. Yeah. Where, the gun control lobbyists are like whatever the gun thing is, they're like, they pay politicians to not like vote on whatever XYZ or to protect the right to like bear arms or whatever. And I just think that, honestly, I think that money being able to like, money having the ability that it has to sway politicians about like lawmaking is honestly really messed up to me. And I don't think that money should have a place in like, should have such a large role in government. And for me, that goes just beyond gun control. That also goes like behind who puts certain money behind politicians, because there are a lot of politicians that actually maybe care about their constituents and the people in their community, but because they can't get the funding because there's somebody who has like, maybe there's like a candidate who wants to work on making sure that we have more gun laws and more restrictions on who can own a gun. And then there's somebody who is like, oh, I'm for guns 100%. And it might be harder for them to go, for the person who thinks that we should be restricting guns in this country, to get backing, because the people who lobby for guns, or like that, whatever that organization is, like they have way more money than most people can give. And honestly, at this point, it's really hard to give money to politicians who even like support the things that you do, because we're not making livable wage a lot of times. Like, rent is up, like inflation is through the roof. And a lot of us are just struggling to like, make it day to day and are living paycheck to paycheck. And it's really hard to even like donate money to the politicians that you believe in. And I just don't think that money should have as big of a role in politics as it does. And I think that it's really unfair. But like I said, this goes beyond just the gun control thing. I can't remember the organization's name, but there's like a Israeli funded group. Yeah, there's an Israeli-funded group that has money and ties into the government, and they back a lot of politicians and they back a lot of companies or whatever. I don't know. And, that's why we end up with that Super Bowl ad about anti-Semitism. And I do want to preface this by saying I really, truly, in my heart, believe that if just because you're pro-Palestine doesn't mean you're anti-Jewish people or like you're anti-Israel or something. Well, actually anti-Israel because of the occupation. I'm anti-occupation. That's what it is. I'm anti-occupation. I'm anti-racism. I'm anti-xenophobic. I'm anti-transphobic. I'm anti all of the things. Anti-sexist, anti-ageist, all these things. And to me, I just don't think it's right for other countries to have a hand in what we're doing in the government. Obviously, I think that's a big like infringement upon like what the people in America want, because we're not getting the things that we want. The things that we're voting people in for to go and fight for on like a national level, they're not doing the things that we're asking them to do because they're getting money from somewhere else that we can't compete with. And that's not fair. Like, if I want guns restricted in this country, I should be able to vote for the person who's going to do that, and not like have to worry about, I cannot think of that name, but the gun people, the people who support the guns and then get the lobbyists, like, are gonna go and sway my person on voting from a bill. That's not fair. And the thing is this. Okay, yeah, life isn't fair. Let's actually discuss that. Sometimes I'm just like, things in life aren't fair. Obviously, this is life. People are gonna do what they want to do. They're gonna do what's in their best interest and whatever. But a lot of times I think things really do come down to fairness. Like, when I think about stuff like that, I'm like, yeah, it's definitely not fair that wealthy people can literally do anything that they want and barely ever have to face repercussions for that because of the money that they have. Like, there's a lot of things that wealthy people have done that poor people or regular people could never get away with. And that's not, like, again, boom, not fair. Not fair. Like, they have access to opportunities that regular people don't. And even more so when you bring in gender, and when you bring in race, and when you bring in sexuality, and when you bring in gender, the gender binary. Like, there are a lot of things that aren't fair. And I just want to know why we keep letting that be what it is. Like, it's like, the second you say something's not fair, it's, oh, well, life isn't fair and you can't have everything. Why the fuck can't I have everything? Rich people have everything they want. White people have everything they want. Like, it's like the second, like, black people or any minority or somebody, or maybe like people who aren't as well off as rich people, like, the second we're like, that's not fair and we deserve better, we want more, it's like, oh, you're selfish and life isn't fair and sometimes you have to just go out there and hustle and work hard and then you'll get what you deserve. That's absolute bullshit, because there's a lot of people out there who work hard and do everything right and they live by the book and they do everything that they're supposed to do and they follow everything to the letter of the law, and they still come out at the bottom. They never come out on top. And then people like to do that thing where they're like, okay, well, like, you did it ethically, like, you did things the right way, and that you should just be proud of yourself for living your life the way that you did. Why the fuck do I have to be proud of myself for living my life well, when some of these bitches aren't even living life good, and they still come out on top? They still have more money than me. They still have access to things that I will never have. They still get to travel the world and do everything they want. And I'd have to sit here and just, well, if I just put in some more days, I could retire soon. No, fuck no. Moreover, let's also discuss the fact that anybody who's young and maybe like their 20s and 30s right now, girl, we are not getting no Social Security. There are holes in the system. We need to be patching these. But again, we can't fix the holes. We can't fix them because we don't have the money to back the people who are going to fix the problems or care enough to fix the problems. And moreover, all these politicians and all these people in power are money hungry and they're power hungry and greedy. And once they get into office, all of a sudden they think that they don't have to do what we said they need to do. We voted you in to do this, and then you went and did something else because they gave you money to do it. And now when you get voted out, you won't even get voted out because you're probably going to get enough money to get back in there. Somehow you're going to cheat the system. And that's just not right. That's just not right. Anyways, back to what I was talking about. The Kansas City shooting at the Super Bowl parade, honestly and obviously should have never happened, and it would have never happened if we had tighter gun laws in this country. And again, this just comes down to, you shouldn't be afraid to do everyday mundane things and worry about being shot. Like, I remember there was one time I was at school, or no, I wasn't at school, but in my last semester of college, and even before then, like in the last year and a half or two of college, like we would just get notifications in our email all the time about campus shootings or shootings happening around campus. And one of my friends was actually going to class one day, and there was somebody started shooting at the park that was across the street. And, that's not, you shouldn't be, again, this comes down to, you shouldn't be afraid or have fear that because you're walking around town and like, I don't know, maybe going to the store, going to get something to eat, or going to class, doing everyday mundane things, going to work, you should not have to worry about being shot, or maybe that being your last time doing something or going somewhere, or that's just, and I don't understand why this is a debate. I don't understand why a lot of things in America are a debate. There doesn't need to be, this is a debatable thing. People shouldn't be afraid to go to the grocery store. People shouldn't be afraid to go to the hospital. People shouldn't be afraid to go to school. Parents shouldn't be afraid to send their kids to school. All of those things. Like, we have really big issues here. And if I'm honest, obviously I can point them out. I don't know how we fix them. Genuinely. I don't know how we fix them, because there are so many things that get in the way of us fixing them. And yeah, that's what I want to say there. And that's what I hate. I don't like that, obviously. I hate that. And wanted to say that, wanted to speak about it, and wanted to speak about Palestine and Gaza. And also, if you are not informed, during the Super Bowl, there are some things that are connected, but I won't get into that. During the Super Bowl, there was some propaganda. There was a propaganda ad put out, and which I didn't see because I wasn't watching the Super Bowl. I wasn't even home. I was going to get wings or something. But I ended up seeing the commercial on TikTok because somebody had brought it up and mentioned it, and people being anti-Semitic, obviously that's not, I don't think that anybody should receive hate for anything about them, like whether that's their religion or their sexuality or their gender or whatever, like anything else, race, ethnicity, whatever else, like socioeconomic class. I don't think that people should be discriminated against for any reason. And I also but at the same time, two things, like multiple things can be true at the same time, that like, I don't agree with like anti-Semitic comments, obviously. And then at the same time, what's happening in Israel and what's happening to Palestinians isn't right. Like, and again, that's another thing that I'm not debating on. Like, thousands of people have died, maybe even millions of people have died in Gaza. And the place that they were told to evacuate to, Rafah, was bombed heavily during the Super Bowl. And I really believe that was done strategically, because a lot of the world, and especially Americans, were watching the Super Bowl that day. And the things that government is getting away with, the things that Netanyahu is getting away with, the things that the IDF is getting away with, isn't right. And then trying to make it seem like because people are speaking out about that we're the problem, and that we're anti-Semitic because we don't agree with what they're doing. There's nothing right about killing people ever. Like, nothing's ever going to justify that. I don't think that the U.S. should have been in the Middle East. I don't agree with a lot of the foreign policy that the U.S. has like carried out over the years. And that's just the stuff that I know to my knowledge, like off the top of my head, not even like going into like a deep dive history of things that I don't know or have never heard about on the news or in school. Like, killing people is never going to be an okay thing. And this also is really sucks because there's actually one creator that I watch, and she's just become like super burned out from just constantly giving news updates about what's happening in Gaza. But at the same time, it's like, if she doesn't do that, there are going to be people, or even if she does do it, there are people out there who are trying to deny that this is something that's happening. There are people out there who are saying that it's not true, it's not real, that this is about Hamas. And this hasn't been about Hamas for a very long time. Once I ended up realizing that they were trying to, or not even realizing, once it was brought to my attention that they were trying to build that Israel is trying to build a canal through the land that Palestinians were living in, that became like, that makes a lot of sense to me, that this is about money and that this is about a lot more than a terrorist organization, quote unquote, if you're not listening, if you're not watching the video version. And it's honestly disgusting and very embarrassing to me that it's been months now of people, it's been months now of people dying, of children dying, of women dying, of women and children, and really anybody who lives in Gaza, to not have access to medicine, not have access to like surgeries or being able to go to the hospital. Like, it's really disturbing and disgusting and absolute downright atrocious to me that these people are still being bombed every single day and fighting for their lives. And when they go to the place that they were told was a safe place, they're being attacked there too. And they do it and they're doing it at such a strategic point in time that we're not going to know, or that it gets like, everything gets pushed down on the timeline by stuff going on with the Super Bowl or other things happening. And if you're not knowledgeable about what's going on in Palestine and what's going on in Gaza, like, you definitely need to be paying attention. You need to keep your eyes on them, because what's happening over there is just wrong. And I really honestly hate that I can't do anything for them. And there are a lot of people, like I was saying, this creator, it's really hard to not only, like, even just as a human who cares about anything at all, like, it's hard to hear about all of those things happening. And like I said, two things can be true at the same time, that this can be like something that we need to talk about and that we need to speak on. And that, again, I've said before that everybody's role in advocacy and standing up for people and the things that they believe in is different for everybody. Like, I'm talking about this here on my podcast. I've talked about it on TikTok. And then there are creators who have dedicated their platforms to that. And I think that's super important and like, is, like I said, just super important. And is pivotal in all of this, in educating people who care about it and want to know more and want to be educated on what's going on. And at the same time, that's an important piece of, at the same time, that's a really important thing for us to have. It's also okay to acknowledge that it's really hard to take in. It's really hard to hear that millions of people are dying and we can't do anything about that. Like, that really sucks. Like, it sucks so bad to be knowledgeable about the things that are going on in the world, and then you know that you can't do anything outside of using your voice. Like, this actually feels like this is the bare minimum. And it's like the funds aren't getting to them. Like, they're not, like I said, they're not getting, a lot of them aren't getting medical attention. And this just really sucks, because there's literally nothing that I can do. Like I can come on here and I can talk about this until I'm blue in the face, and it doesn't change what's happening. And this is the worst version of this, because you can actually see it visually. Like, we have seen videos of the bombs hitting homes, hitting buildings, hitting towns, hitting people. And we're seeing the proof with our own eyes, and we cannot stop it. Like, that is a really tough thing to, like, know in your mind, that you need to stand up, you need to speak, you need to use your voice, you need to use your platform. But at the end of the day, no matter how much I scream this from the top of my lungs, no matter how much I cry, no matter how much I share articles and give funds, these people, these evil people, the Netanyahus of the world, the IDF, are going to be the people who decide when this is over. And it's likely going to be when many more people are dead. And that's not right. Not only is that not fair, it's not right. And I just, honestly, I don't know in what world you believe that you're going to heaven after this. I'm going to be really honest. Like, I don't know in what world, if you support the killing of thousands of people and you think, oh yeah, I'm going to be fine because I'm standing up, I'm doing what I believe is right for what I believe in. If you have to kill people to stand up for something that you believe in. Maybe you're not on the right side. Yeah. I'll say that with my chest. There are a lot of people out there who are definitely evil. Yeah. Again, killing people is still not the way to go about that. It's just not. It's really not. And I believe that even when it comes to like the stuff that we were doing in the Middle East, obviously, yeah. If you have to kill people and are actively killing people because you believe in something so strongly that you're willing to kill somebody over that and take a human life, you're not on the right side. Point blank. Anywho, on to other things. TikTok has really been, wow. Like switching from that to like something else is really actually sick. But it's how the world is. So yeah, on to the next thing I hate. TikTok has been pissing me off a little bit because I feel like it just allows, yeah. I was really passionate about this earlier. And then after I said that, I was like, oh, wow, that was actually super heavy. But yeah, TikTok has really been pissing me off lately because to me, it feels like TikTok just allows people to make like one thing that they're into like their entire personality. And it's so strange to me. And there's a creator that comes on my page and he only ever talks about Taylor Swift. And I literally clicked not interested and he still comes up on my page. I'm going to have to block him soon because I don't even like Taylor Swift. I don't care about her. Like, it's not even that I don't like her. I don't know that lady. And I honestly don't care about her. I don't like rich people. I think that she is extremely selfless with her money. She has that private jet. She's a climate terrorist. She doesn't stand up for anything, never uses her voice outside of like when it's something to benefit her white feminism. I don't care about that lady. And somehow she is just always on my timeline. And that man with the mustache is always yapping on. Brother, shut the hell up. Shut the hell up. Like, I do not care about that woman. And then this also goes to like other stuff. So like, I understand that many people have been like, there are many people out there who struggle through like ADHD, or ADD and stuff like that. And sometimes I look on there and I'm going to be so honest. And I understand that you can be diagnosed with things. I'm going to say this and maybe I'll receive backlash. I don't know. And this is another thing. I feel like people like to blame things on their diagnosis sometimes. And I just really want to know why that is. Yeah, that's what I want to know. I want to know why that is because, and then also people love to like say just because you have like one symptom of something that you have it. And like they like to self-diagnose. Why are we doing that? Okay, you may have that thing that you were diagnosed with. Okay, yes, I can validate that. Obviously, you can't not validate it because a trained professional went and diagnosed you with it. But that doesn't mean that has to be all of who you are. And that doesn't mean just because maybe, I don't know, you STEM, that doesn't mean that you're automatically something. Some of these things are just human traits. Some of these things, one, they may be human traits. Two, these could also just be things of, oh, maybe you're just anxious. Maybe you just don't get out much. Maybe you don't really have a social life. So yeah, you do some weird stuff sometimes because you self-isolated because of the phones. That's not something that you probably would have dealt with if it wasn't for the phone. Parents used to be saying, and especially black parents, I don't know what white parents be saying, but it used to be, oh, like I'm just so sad. It's because of that phone. Oh, like I'm crying. I've just been crying myself to sleep because of that phone. I'm not doing well in schools because of that phone. And honestly, for a long time, I was like, why parents always got to do that? It's not just because of that phone. But like low key, yes, it is. Like a lot of the things that are going on in the world right now is because of that phone. A lot of things like, girl, yeah, a lot of us are socially anxious. Some of us wouldn't be socially anxious if we got up off that phone. Are you seeing what I'm saying? Are you seeing what I'm saying? Some of these things some of these symptoms of stuff that we're going through are side effects of us being addicted to our cell phones, addicted to social media, not going out in the world, not having human interaction like we're supposed to be, not having spaces for community. These are the things, these are the holes, people, that we need to be filling. These are the holes. Y'all need to get off the phones. Get off the phone. Don't click off this. Don't click off this. But some of y'all need to get off the phones and y'all need to go outside. And y'all need to just, maybe you see somebody at the park, just smile at them. Wave a little bit. Hi. Hey, thanks for holding the door. Y'all need to say, oh, hi. I love your dog. I love your puppy. Oh, hey, your kid. I love his hat. Oh, I love his shoes. I love your shoes. I like your shirt. I love your sweater. I love your hair. Y'all need to interact. And then this even goes for the servers at restaurants. Literally have a conversation with them a little bit. Talk to them a little bit and maybe get a little joke off. Ha ha ha, ask them a little question. Some of y'all need to work on your human interaction skills. That's why some of us will be dying alone. For me, it ain't going to be because I wasn't social. It's going to be for some other strange reason that we don't know. Anyways, but yeah. That's what I wanted to say about TikTok. TikTok be pissing me off. Anyways, the other thing, TikTok is becoming so unfun for me. I'll see a couple of jokes here and there, and maybe it's just my For You page. I don't know, but it don't be fun. I was actually watching this creator and she was like, yeah, I used to love to come on here and I used to post all the time 24/7 and she still posts on there and stuff. But she was like, yeah, it was just, and during the pandemic, people do say during 2020 and 2021, that was the best time to be on TikTok because it was just so fun. People were doing dances and they were so creative and it was peak creativity at the time. And I agree with that. I still believe people are creative and we can still do good stuff on the internet. But with AI, it's beginning to be so impactful on even how students do homework or do their work or don't do their work, and what that looks like in CapCuts, trying to see what you look like. What would you look like in the 80s? What would you look like in the 90s and the 60s? The way that AI is taking over, it's really ruining the vibe, if I'm honest. It's really ruining the vibe, and it's just making stuff less fun. And this also goes to the TikTok shop as well. I don't always want something being sold to me. At least that used to be something that you could get away from a bit, in your house, kind of, if you didn't watch TV. Obviously I'm not susceptible to, when I was younger, I wasn't susceptible to car ads. I couldn't even drive. 2, I have a car now and I can't afford that shit. I can't afford that. So I'm not susceptible to a lot of ads, and then there would be infomercial channels and stations, and obviously I ain't have money, so that was never gonna get me. And even now, I don't really buy things from infomercials. I don't think I've ever bought anything from an infomercial, actually. But everything is always about being sold to, and this actually leads into the other thing. Netflix has ads now. And Netflix know they're going straight to fucking hell for that. Because why am I paying? Because not me. I don't pay for that. My sister does. But why would somebody pay you $15.99 or $16.99 a month for something that used to be no ads? I'm giving you more money. Not only am I giving you more money, you're not letting me share my password with people who don't live in my house. The quality of the content a lot of times from Netflix is absolute fucking ass, okay? And you're asking me to give you more money, not only to not even keep my shows on, one, because y'all be canceling shows out the wazoo. So now I'm giving you extra money for you to not keep the shows on that I like, and then also for you to go and give me an ad. So now the question is, what is Netflix offering me that cable isn't? If I'm going to get an ad on Netflix, why would I not cancel Netflix and just go get cable? And at least then I know what to expect. I know I'm going to get some dumb BS advertisements, but I can just walk away and mind my business. If I'm in the middle of a Netflix binge, I should not be worried about, I'm about to get a pop-up ad. Go to hell. This isn't YouTube. And YouTube is free, so I deserve the ads at that point. Actually, you don't even deserve the ads on YouTube, low key, because the one where you can't skip them, hell is hot. But Netflix is actually going to hell for that, actually. Because why are people paying you so much money for you to just go and, like, literally the thing that was setting streaming apart was the fact that there were no ads and you could watch stuff on demand. Not only now can I not watch stuff on demand, or, well, you can, but you still, a lot of times you can't even. Sometimes you got to pay $3.99, $2.99 to rent something for 24 hours. Not only that, but now, girl, just get the cable package. Yeah, just get the cable package. Because at least with the cable package, when the shows come on TV, for the most part, if it's a good show and people are watching it, they're not going to cancel it. Like, for the most part. Like, at least the shows are 21, 22, 23 episode seasons. And I'm not getting that bum. I get 5 to 8 episodes, and each episode is an hour or 45 minutes. And then it's over, and I'm not going to see the show again for 3 years. Streaming has ruined quality to a certain extent. HBO Max and Apple TV, to me, always put out quality content for the most part. But some of these other hookers, y'all are going to have to start paying the price. I'm talking to Netflix. I'm talking to Hulu. Some of you bitches are going to have to pay the price for that bum-ass quality content, for canceling these subscriptions, for charging more money. Disney Plus, y'all are definitely going to hell too, because y'all's thing was playing on nostalgia. And when y'all found out that wasn't working, y'all went and started doing all them damn Marvel TV shows. And the shows ain't even good. Not even quality work. I get bored. There's too much content. The problem is y'all think that everybody wants Marvel stuff all the time. That has never been the blueprint. Nobody, like, the same way that people are, like, getting tired of, like, seeing Taylor Swift in the news, like, even Swifties, some of them are getting tired of seeing Taylor Swift in the news. Girl, we get tired of hearing the same stuff. It's the same way that, like, when Ariana was doing her 7 Ring stuff and she had Thank You Next, people were getting Ariana Grande fatigue. People get Taylor Swift fatigue. We are getting fatigue from that damn Marvel Cinematic Universe. Leave us the fuck alone. Please. I'm begging you to sit down in the corner of a room for 2 years and actually pull something good out of your ass. Because I'm tired of these copy and paste scripts. It's not funny anymore. It's not cute. And I'm tired of it. Also, I'm going to go watch the Marvels this weekend. But that's besides the point, because I support women in the industry. Anyways, but a lot of y'all need to do better. Anywho, what's the next order of business? Oh yeah, I had something really random. This is a random tidbit. Girls with the patchwork tattoo sleeves, keep doing what you do. Keep doing what you do, because there is a simp out there for you, and it's me. It's me. Low key, Dua Lipa doesn't have like a sleeve of patchwork, but like she has patchwork, and I'd be like, wow, like that's Dua Lipa though. Like, stream her new song, Training Season, and watch her new music video. Oh my god, I love Dua Lipa. But just know, if you have like a patchwork tattoo sleeve, people are looking. They're looking. Anywho, last order of business I did want to discuss was Beyoncé. She's gone country. Okay, that Texas Hold'em song, catchy. Pretty catchy. But what I really want to discuss is this, and I don't think I'm going to get any backlash from this. I don't think I deserve backlash from it. Beyoncé, talented woman. I don't really listen to her music, and I'm going to stand on business today when I say this and talk about it. I have a friend, and I actually have like a couple friends, or 2 of them, that are like, do you think it makes you cool to not listen to her music? Like, are you just trying to be different? Like, that doesn't make you different. Doesn't make you unique. Doesn't make you special. I never said that it did. I think it's really strange to me. Like, I don't really listen to her, but just because I don't, people make it seem like it's this huge crime against humanity. Like, I think Beyoncé is extremely talented. I think that she is a powerhouse vocalist. I think she's a show-stopping performer. All of that can be true. And at the same time that those things can be true, when I get into my car or I'm sitting in my room and I want to hear some music, I want to hear pop disco. I want to hear Dua Lipa. When I go into my little room, I want to hear, I want to hear her talk about heartbreak or something. I want to hear Kehlani. I want to hear, I don't know, somebody. Like, I think, and the thing is this. Whenever I say I don't really listen to her music like that, it's not because I don't like her, any of her music. Like, it's literally, I like me, myself, and I. Whew, she did her big one. Okay. Hold on. Destiny's Child. I like a lot of Destiny's Child songs. Like, can you pay my bills? Can you pay my automobile bills? Can you pay my telephone bills? Like, great song. Beautiful. Cater to You. I can get down and nasty to Cater to You 24/7. You can never catch me. You never gonna catch me hitting skip on Cater to You. You know what I'm saying? I loved Beyonce in that movie Obsessed, or was it Obsession? Something like that. I don't know. What are some other things I liked? Hold on. Let me actually, because some of y'all, I liked Lemonade. I liked a lot of Lemonade. I thought that was a really great album. And see, because I know people like to get nasty with me. So I'm going to go and let me type in Beyonce. I'm going to tell y'all exactly what I liked. I actually went and bought a song. It was that one. It was Pray You Catch Me. I loved that one. That one was written by co-written by Kevin Garrett. Really great song. I love Until the End of Time. That's a feature she did with Justin Timberlake. That was a really good one. Before I Let Go, Homecoming. That's really great. '03 Bonnie and Clyde, the Jay-Z and that was really great. Say Yes. That's a gospel song she did with Michelle and Kelly. And I love that. Countdown. Everybody loves Countdown. You know what I'm saying? Savage Remix. So fun. Already. Great song. Top Off. I love that song. If I Were a Boy, 1+1. You know, a lot of Lemonade. Shining. I like Beyonce songs. People like to think just because I say I don't really listen to her that I just hate her. I don't hate the woman. She is very talented. She always looks great when she pops up, you know. She always has, like, literally, she's always has, I don't know who her stylist is. They do great work. I love the cowboy hat. I love the Texas Hold'em. Like I said, it's catchy. Real catchy. It's just that I don't just go and I'm like, dang. Sometimes I am like, dang, I want to hear some Beyonce. And I'll go play the songs I like. People like to think just because I say, oh yeah, I didn't listen to that album. I didn't listen to that album. They think I'm just being an asshole. I don't listen to Taylor Swift like that. Taylor Swift has a couple sneaks. I don't even like Taylor Swift like that. And I listed out the reasons why before anyways. But she has some hits. Like, I'm not going to sit here. I'm not stupid. Like, my ears don't not work. I don't live under a rock. I acknowledge that these people are, like, good at what they do. I just don't really, like, seek out what they do all the time. I don't really listen to Billie Eilish like that. She has songs that I like, though. Like, I like her voice. I love, like, her and Phineas, I love listening to them talk about how they've produced a song. Like, I love listening to, like, her talk about how she's written a song. I like hearing her talk about, like, the technical side of her music. Doesn't always mean that I'm like, oh, I have to go listen to this album, blah, 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 blah. And it's not just because, like, I'm just, oh, I want to be different. I don't listen to these people. It's literally just, I just don't seek out their music. I just have other people that I really like to listen to. I don't think and that shouldn't even be a crime. People be acting like, oh, because you have a different opinion than them, that you're just, oh, wrong. It's fact or fiction. It's an opinion. Like, it's subjective. Music is subjective. Like, I don't know what you want me to do. I'm not saying that people are talentless hacks. That is not something that I ever said. When I listen to music, I'm like, oh, I want to listen to this Alessia Cara album. I want to listen to Fifth Harmony. And y'all may say, oh, you just don't have any taste. I actually really, there's a lot of music that I enjoy that a lot of people enjoy. I just don't always listen to the biggest artist. And I think that that's okay. Like, I love Victoria Monet. I was never really into rap like that. And lately I found a lot of rap songs that I'm really loving. Okay. And even like some from the past I really liked. Mostly from like Young Money artists. But like now I've been getting into like old Kanye West and like older Kendrick Lamar. Like, I like Tinashe. I love Renee Rapp. Like, I love Ariana Grande. I'm just a pop girl. I just grew up a pop girl, and I love Mariah Carey. My mama made me grow up with Mariah Carey. I grew up listening to gospel music. Like, I like Bruno Mars and Silk Sonic. Like, I love Rihanna. I like Paramore now. I didn't even used to listen to their music, and I don't even listen to it like that. I just like, there's a couple songs that I hear and I'm like, oh, I really like that, and so I'll go listen to it. Like, I like Umi. I like some of Cassie's older stuff. Like, I like Chris Brown. Ooh, who said that? I like Ella Mai. Like, I love John Mayer. Like, I like Doja Cat. I love Doja. I like Doja Cat. She just do some questionable shit on the side. Like I said, Tinashe, SZA. I love SZA. I love Justin Bieber. I love her. Like I said, like, I like a lot of artists, and I think that that's perfectly okay. I don't think that that has to be like. I love Tori Kelly. Most of the Frank Ocean songs that I've heard, like, on TikTok, I've gone and, like, found them and liked them and saved them. Like, I like Whitney, obviously. New Edition. I love Flo. They're great. Jasmine Sullivan, she's really great. Carly Rae Jepsen, she has some sleepers. Leon Thomas. Fletcher has some hits in there. I liked Chloe's. I liked a couple Chloe songs from Chloe and Halle. Yeah, I like them. I like Miley Cyrus, obviously. Boy Genius has some sleepers. Alessia Cara, I said that. I love Sabrina Carpenter. I like the Driver era. They make, like, alternative music or whatever. Indie. I like Daniel Caesar. Some of him, he got a couple songs that are good. I don't mind a Harry Styles song. Like, one, I know like 2 or 3 Harry Styles songs. I don't really. Wow. There's a lot of people out there I like. JID, Jid. I don't really know how he pronounces that. I don't really know. But I like a couple of his. Like, he got some stuff. Maren Morris, that's my girl. Me and Maris go like this. I love Maren Morris. Wow. And I don't even like country music like that. I just like certain artists sometimes. Yeah, sort of, kind of. I love a classical piece, you know. Yeah. I said Kehlani. Little Drake. Summer Walker, she has some good ones. Mariah the Scientist has some good ones. Etta James, I love some of her stuff, you know. That's a little older. I like Michael Jackson, obviously. I have taste. I like a couple J. Cole songs. Those are good. Timbaland, he be eating. I love Say Something with Drake. That's right, that's a hit. Destin Conrad, he be eating. Christina Aguilera has some hits. Rihanna, obviously, love Rihanna. I think I already said that, but just double down on that thought. Lucky Day, he has a couple good ones. Ari Lennox has some good ones. That Empire cast was eating. Haley Steinfeld, she be nibbling. She be nibbling down when she in the studio. Demi Lovato, I know. I like that one Steve Lacy song. The Hannah Montana soundtrack. Eat. Gracie Abrams, she's good. Tanner Adele, she's good. I actually found some newer people. What is that girl's name? Annie Tracy. She has a song called oh my gosh, what is that song called? Hold on. She has a song called Music Taste. She has an amazing voice. I love, what is that girl's name? Rachel Chinariri. She's amazing. She's from Britain. She's making like indie pop music. She's really great. I love her. I feel like you can like people. I feel like you can like songs. Like, Beyonce's still cool. Like, I think Beyonce's cool. And when I hear a song that I like, I go and add it. Like, people be liking to think like, oh, just because you don't like so-and-so, you don't love them and listen to every single song they ever released. There's a lot of people out there that people don't listen to every single song they release. It's going to be okay. Anywho, I do want to thank you guys so much for listening to this episode. I enjoyed talking about the things that I hated. I'm going to have to think about the episode title, the clickbait title. Oh yeah, let me add that so that way it's not clickbait for real. But me and my family, I don't know if you guys know, but the Baja Blast drink that Mountain Dew makes is back. And me and my dad and my sister, we love that drink like so much. Like, we love Baja Blast, and it used to only be out in the summer. And so now we are like drinking a bottle a day, which obviously isn't like that healthy, but like, it tastes so good. Like, I just love a Baja Blast. Like, they taste so good. And so if I end up saying that I'm an addict, it's because I said that at the end of the episode. So yeah. Anywho, thanks again for listening to this episode. Like I said, y'all gonna have to get me out the hood. Not I'm out the hood. I'm just get me out of my mother's house and my dad's house, please. I'm begging you. Like, subscribe, leave a comment. It could literally be 3 dots. It could be an emoji. I don't care what it is. Please support me. Please. And then I also, whenever I say that please, it's so funny to me because I'm always thinking about that Michael Jackson video where people were listing off, oh, you never had this surgery, and he's like, no, God, no. I just love it. That's my favorite video. It's so funny. Anyways, but go subscribe, like this episode, leave a comment, go follow me on TikTok. You can go follow my business account on Instagram where I post about these new episodes and whatever else I have going on. And yeah, just stick with me on this. I'll see you guys next week. New episodes, audio version out every Saturday at 7 a.m. And then these episodes I try to get around, usually they're up by noon or 5 o'clock. It's a fat gap in there, but just know that the episode will be out at some point. So thanks for listening. I'll see you guys next week. Bye.